On June 25, 2015, a YouTube channel called Obscure Horror Corner uploaded a video that would introduce the world to one of the internet's most chilling and enigmatic mysteries, a game titled Sad Satan. This would mark the beginning of one of the darkest and most unsettling internet phenomena to date. The channel's creator, a YouTuber known only by the name Jamie, posted the first of 5 gameplay videos, and in those initial moments, viewers were thrust into a disturbing, disorienting, and strange digital world that would captivate the internet's darkest corners for years to come. At first glance, Sad Satan appeared to be a typical horror game, but as players delved deeper into the gameplay, it quickly became apparent that there was something far more sinister beneath the surface. Unlike conventional horror games, which tend to follow a specific structure of objectives, puzzles, and enemies, Sad Satan offered none of these familiar elements. There were no clear goals, no antagonists to face, and no linear progression. Instead, players wandered aimlessly through a series of narrow, dimly lit corridors, with no map, no guidance, and no sense of direction. The world was a maze of dark, claustrophobic spaces that gave the player a constant feeling of being lost and trapped, both physically and mentally. The game's unsettling atmosphere was further amplified by its unconventional and deeply disturbing presentation. The graphics were intentionally crude, adding to the feeling of being in a foreign, nightmarish world where nothing made sense. The corridors were dimly lit, often completely dark, with only brief flashes of light illuminating the environment. The visuals were a stark, almost monochromatic black and white, adding to the haunting and surreal quality of the game. The eerie silence was frequently broken by strange, distorted noises that seemed to emanate from all directions, further adding to the sense of unease. The audio in Sad Satan was an integral part of its unsettling atmosphere. The sounds were erratic and unpredictable, often shifting between distorted music, reversed audio tracks, ominous whispers, and cryptic voices that seemed to come from nowhere. There was no discernible pattern to the sounds, and this randomness made it even more unnerving. Some of the audio was a twisted version of familiar songs, like a warped rendition of Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven that played in reverse. Other times, the game would feature reversed or distorted voices, whispers, and even unsettling laughter or screams, each adding an additional layer of psychological tension. This chaotic and disorienting soundscape kept players constantly on edge, never knowing when the next auditory assault would occur, or what form it would take. What truly set Sad Satan apart from other horror games, however, was its use of disturbing, cryptic imagery. As players navigated the dark corridors, they were periodically bombarded with unsettling images that would flash briefly on the screen. These images ranged from strange and abstract visuals to truly horrifying ones. Some were blurry black and white photographs of statues and landscapes that looked like they came from another time, while others were far more disturbing. Cryptic symbols, strange and eerie faces, and unsettling photographs of criminals and notorious figures. One of the most infamous recurring images was of Jimmy Savile, a disgraced British television personality who was posthumously revealed to be a serial child abuser. His image would appear sporadically throughout the game, adding a layer of real-world horror to the already twisted digital world, making it all the more disturbing for those who recognized him. As if the disturbing images weren't enough, Sad Satan also featured the unsettling presence of a ghostly child. This child, often seen in the distance, would sometimes appear in the hallways, standing motionless or slowly walking towards the player. At first, the child's presence was merely unsettling, but as the game progressed, the child began to follow the player, creating an overwhelming sense of dread. The child's silence, combined with the eerie atmosphere of the game, made it feel like a malevolent force that was always lurking just behind the player, ready to catch them at any moment. The game reached its chilling climax when the child finally caught up with the player, causing the game to abruptly end in a violent and unsettling manner. This ending, which offered no explanation or resolution, left viewers with a sense of unease, uncertainty, and an insatiable need to uncover the truth behind the game. The mystery surrounding Sad Satan deepened even further on July 7, 2015, when a link to download the game was posted on 4chan's paranormal board, /x/. As more and more users downloaded the game, they began to report that it contained far more than just disturbing imagery and audio. The dirty version of the game, as it was soon called, was discovered to include highly disturbing and graphic content, including depictions of extreme gore, mutilated bodies, and, shockingly, child exploitation material. Additionally, the game contained malicious software that could infect and crash the computer of anyone who downloaded it. This revelation caused widespread panic and fear, and many people began to question Jamie's role in all of this. Jamie, who had originally introduced Sad Satan to the world, vehemently denied any connection to the dirty version of the game, claiming that the version he had shown in his videos was free of any illegal content. He insisted that he had found the game on the dark web, and that an anonymous user named ZK had sent him the link to the game, which was allegedly hosted on a hidden Tor server. However, Jamie's story raised even more questions. If the game had been found on the dark web, why was it so widely available? Why were the download links for the game so easily accessed? And why was there no trace of the original source? Moreover, why did Jamie's version of the game appear to be so different from the version that had circulated on 4chan? This growing uncertainty led to a wave of conspiracy theories and speculation, with some people suggesting that Jamie may have been involved in something far darker than he was willing to admit. The controversy surrounding Sad Satan only intensified as more people began to analyze the game and its content. Many fans and internet sleuths began to search for hidden meanings behind the game's cryptic symbols, disturbing imagery, and eerie audio. Some speculated that Sad Satan was an elaborate commentary on issues such as child abuse, exploitation, and the darker aspects of society. The frequent references to Jimmy Savile and the unsettling presence of the ghostly children seemed to suggest that the game was more than just a psychological horror experience. It was a disturbing commentary on the real-world horrors of abuse and exploitation. The name Sad Satan, derived from reversed audio in Stairway to Heaven, further fueled the belief that the game was tied to a satanic or occult theme. The Latin phrases that appeared at various points in the game, along with the use of cryptic symbolism and dark imagery, seemed to suggest that there was more to the game than met the eye. Some even theorized that the game could be a form of psychological or emotional manipulation, designed to evoke feelings of dread and despair in players, while others believed it was part of a larger, hidden agenda, possibly involving the distribution of illegal content or a form of psychological experimentation. Despite the intense interest and investigation into Sad Satan, the mystery surrounding the game remains largely unsolved. Jamie's obscure Horror Corner channel was eventually abandoned, and the game disappeared from the internet as quickly as it had appeared. Yet, the fascination with Sad Satan has not waned. Over the years, fans have created clean versions of the game, removing the illegal and disturbing content while preserving the unsettling atmosphere. These versions have allowed more people to experience the game without the risk of encountering its darker elements, but they also raise further questions about the game's true nature. At its core, Sad Satan is an enigma that continues to captivate and disturb internet users. It is a haunting reminder of the dark side of the digital world, where secrets, mysteries, and disturbing content can lurk in the shadows, waiting to be discovered. Its lasting impact on internet culture is undeniable, and its unsettling presence remains a symbol of the eerie and unfathomable nature of the internet itself. The game's legacy is one of fear, curiosity, and a deep sense of unease, as it continues to be discussed, analyzed, and dissected by those who seek to unravel its meaning and uncover the truth behind its dark origins. In the years since Sad Satan first appeared, it has sparked countless discussions, investigations, and theories, with people still trying to make sense of the game's cryptic content and sinister implications. Whether it is a commentary on societal issues, an unsettling piece of art, or something far darker, Sad Satan remains one of the most unsettling and mysterious phenomena in internet history, a testament to the power of the digital age to both create and hide disturbing secrets.